Hey guys, what's up? My name is Justin Cook and I am a Stone Age tool technology practitioner. What does that mean? It means that I make Stone Age tools the same way that they were made in prehistory. One really cool thing about Stone Age tools is that all of our ancestors at one time or another relied on them. So it's kind of a universal thing. It is a universal thing. We have this legacy, if you will, of working stone to make tools, and that's deep in your brain, and it's really cool. It's why I have gotten into flint knapping. So here's some of my work right here, and these are all made out of obsidian. And this particular frame is it's a special frame because these are this style right here is called Snaketown Points. So Snaketown Points were made in northern Arizona, north of the Phoenix Valley, by the Hohokam people. And this was 1,000, 1,200 years ago when they made these. And these were associated with cremations. So it's rare that there is a particular point type that's associated with cremations, but this is what the cliff-dwelling people in the Arizona region made 1,000 to 1,200 years ago. And they're mortuary points, so I've replicated those here out of obsidian and some that's stone from out west. So another cool thing about flint knapping that brings it into the 21st century, if you will, is the availability and workability of glass. Everybody has access to glass. This is a television screen. These are just plates.
That's a television screen.
That's a TV screen. Cool. Yeah, the old cathode ray TVs.
Yeah,
that's a television screen.
Somebody watched the Flintstones on that. Now they're
think of all the shit that's seen. But cool. Anyway, so one reason that I like to teach class is because of its mass availability. There's not a place in the world that you can go to and you won't find a glass bottle or a piece of ceramic or whatever. And then if you have the ability to do this, all that material makes this a viable skill. So finding rock, you kind of have to be a geology buff to read the landscape and know the places. And rock is not widely distributed, so glass is. So I teach a class called Junkyard Flint Knapping. I teach it at Georgia Bushcraft in Watkinsville, Georgia. And that's exactly what it is using modern materials to make Stone Age tools, if you will. And since we're at Blade Show, we'll talk about the original bushcraft knife. Would have looked something like this. So this is loosely based on Ötzi the Iceman, who was found in the Alps in the 90s. And his body was mummified because he fell in a glacier. So he had a knife similar to this, and it had this toggle handle. It's wrapped. It had birch pitch gluing it in, and it was made from a piece of flint, which was actually traded from an area far outside of where he was from. So that's the original bushcraft knife.
Did you use any kind of natural glue in there, or just a sinew?
So one cool thing here is this is rawhide. This is rawhide thong that I've cut, and you apply it wet, and as it dries, it gets constrictor tight. So when this is dried, it actually sandwiches it in, and this blade is super fixed in there. But it's also designed to be removable because a stone knife is, view them as razor blades, if you will. Razor blade and a box cutter. Are you going to try to use that forever? No. When it's gone, you just throw it out and put another new one in. So after you've got the skill to knap a point, you can do it in a relatively short time. Let's say 30 minutes or so. So when this breaks, you wet your rawhide, save your lash, insert another blade, and then wrap it back up. And maybe a little mastic or adhesive, pine pitch, whatever you have on hand. But that's the way that works.
Very cool. Wasn't Ötzi's knife broken?
Ötzi's knife was not broken, but it was almost exhausted.
So
what I've got here would have been like what it looked like day one, and the one that they found with him was about this long and heavily resharpened. So as you use this, the stone chips, it breaks. That's normal, it's okay, and you just resharpen it. And resharpening would look like, so this is a billet, that's a percussion tool, but to resharpen this, you really need a minimal toolkit. So just a simple piece of leather and a tiny antler tine, and then we hold this in our hand.
Well, we're not doing those.
And see, as this breaks, I'll flip it on the other side. I am retouching this tool. And that edge, that freshly broken edge, is really sharp. So as I use this tool, I'm constantly resharpening it, and it keeps getting a little bit smaller every time because this is a reduction process. I'm reducing the stone. But you can see in no time at all, I can put that point back on that knife.
I'm a militant hippie. Yeah.
And then this is all I need to do.
Best spot east of the Mississippi.
Awesome.
So anyway, thank you. Check me out, waybackwilderness.net, Instagram, Facebook, all that, and look forward to seeing you.